There, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. The frustrations of the do-right man. The frustrations of the do-right man. Now, what is a do-right man? That's a man who's done everything that society supposedly wants, as far as not just what he's doing for work and everything or just having a good job, but also as far as what women publicly say they want in a man. And, this is a genuine good guy. Genuine good guy. This ain't one of those fake me out nice guys, because you got a lot of nice guys who call themselves nice guys. I'm a nice guy, but they really, nice is just a game for them, right? And don't get me started on them. They the worst. They'll say they're a nice guy, but do some little scuzzy ass shit. And quite frankly, need to be curb stomped sometime. But that's another conversation. No, I'm talking about those nice, like, you couldn't even call them nice, because first of all, nice in womanese means they don't turn them on sexually, right? So it's not a good thing. But when I say do right, man, these are men who, they basically do the right thing, right? First of all, law-abiding, we live in a society where it's important that you're religious and stuff. So, they go to church or mosque or synagogue, temple, whatever they want to do, right? But good peoples. And for those who don't understand the peoples thing, because every now and then you get somebody going to correct, that's how we say it around the way, all right? So anyway, good peoples, right? Good peoples. And and then, if you ask a woman about them, if you ask a woman about their physicality and stuff, the women say, oh yeah, they handsome, conventionally handsome most of the time, or at least decent, to keep themselves up. A woman in good conscience can't call them dusty or anything. So these guys, and you know what, they actually listen to Ron when he say go to the gym. They will, at least stay in decent shape. So on paper, they should have everything. Yet you got a group of them. This ain't all, of course, but you got a group of guys like that, particularly those do-right men, who have a lot of trouble with women. Have a lot of trouble. And see, here's the thing. It's not that they, can't talk to women. They'll approach a woman. They don't have, they can approach a woman, take them out on dates and everything. But let's just say the hit rate might be low, or if they get a woman, they'll get a lot of women try to use them, or a woman get with them and then, might cheat. Yeah, probably most likely to cheat, right? Because there is one little thing these guys don't have, but I'll keep that one to myself, because that'll, trust me, that's like one of those things I never talk about online, or at least talk about directly. And trust me, it causes a shitstorm. And nobody asked me in the comments or hit me up privately asking. I ain't gonna tell you. It would cause a shitstorm. It's an insight into female psychology. But anyway, right? These are otherwise good men, but a lot of times they're the most frustrated. Because think about it, women will call some guys dusty and stuff and bums, but still fuck them. Still fuck them. Like some of these bummy dudes don't got jobs and stuff. They can find pussy somewhere. It depends on who they want to fuck. And not necessarily fucking a dime, but, they can still find something. I still remember one time I was in a parking lot of this department store. I'm sitting there chilling, about to pull off. I look at my rearview mirror. There's a guy in the passenger seat of the car behind me, and he's like, and then I see a woman's head come up. I was like, damn, we was getting a blowjob about that motherfucker. But they both look dusty as shit, so a dusty man can still get sex. And of course, the top tier men, the top tier truly select men, they get theirs. Or if they extremely handsome or extremely built, got good height to them, yeah, they get theirs. So they ain't complain. But these guys are kind of, these guys got a lot going on for them. These guys got a lot going on for them. And except for that one missing piece, they just have trouble. Because I'm going to tell you one thing they'll have trouble with women. lot of times, because, you know, it's do-right, man. They ain't trying to be womanized as a players. Not at all. They ain't not trying to be womanized as a players. Because like I said, a lot of them religious, so they at least going to try to be that good husband or good boyfriend and everything. But a lot of women, they meet a guy like that who got some, you know, got some shit going on. He working, good guy. He ain't a punk. Shoot, they could, shoot. Most do-right men I've met in life can throw hands. You can't call him a simp. You know, got a lot of shit going on for him. All right, but then sometimes women will meet that guy and say, well, he too good to be true. Or they'll look for something wrong. See, that's one thing a lot of women will do. If they get a guy, they run into a guy seem like he got everything, they look for something. Because they know what to do with it. Let me go off on a tangent real quick. A lot of women, and this go across races before somebody get in the comments and say, yeah, those black women. No, white women do the same thing. I talk to a lot of white guys. Talk to a lot of white women. And shit, if they Americanize or Westernized, trust me, it's there. You know, a lot of times when a woman meet a guy who got shit going on for him, they don't know what to do. Because a lot of women know how to deal with a fucked up dude or a dog or, you know, just some jacked up cat. They actually know what to do with that. But they don't know what to do with a guy who really got his shit together. They'll pause. They be questioning and shit. In fact, they'll look for some reason. And this something a do-right man have to do. A do-right man could have 20 points about himself, right? 20 points. 17 of the points are good, even great. The 3 points are that are bad, and not even that bad, but just enough for a woman to say, oh no, I ain't gonna deal with it. Because when they run, a lot of times when women run into a true do-right man, they'll look for the bad shit. Meanwhile, when they run into that bad guy, they'll look for the good shit. Ain't that some stuff? And that's a Western cultural thing, seriously. Women do that like a child. But imagine the do-right man, he do everything right. He doing everything right, but he's still human, got some stuff. And a woman, she'll be like, well, you did this. And be like some small thing. Because here's the funny thing with that, too. Here's the funny thing with that, and I've seen this happen a lot. Those usually the guys that women will come back to like years later. After they done been dogged enough, went through some shit, and then they be like, damn, I should have held on to you. I've never seen it to fail. They's like, I should have held on to you. How come we ain't get together? They coming up with some stuff. Some of them be trying to win the guy over. And in most cases, remember, I said the do-right man ain't usually a simp. He be like, the nicer ones be say, nah, I just moved on. And since the do-right man does have some stuff that ain't gonna be like just totally on par, he might be like, fuck you. So, you know how that goes. But yeah, that could be a frustration for him. I mean, damn, you got everything. You got like news articles, the women themselves saying it. And it was like, well, you got to have some money. Well, I got money. You got to practice a certain religion. I go to church every Sunday. Or whatever. You know, you got to be this height. Damn, last I looked, I was 6'1". It's like, seriously. And that shit frustrated them, because I've talked to some of these guys, and, you know, and let's be real, they do get some play. But half the time, it's either from some woman trying to get over on him, or either a woman trying to get over on him or something, or a woman that he don't find attractive. Because one thing about a do-right, man, they ain't, like I said, they ain't simps. They ain't going to just settle for anything. Shoot, if a man work hard, he do all the shit he's supposed to do, he expect at least a decent woman. So it's like, man, it's a weird position. But for that one thing, and like I said, don't ask me about it. I'm just throwing it out there. I put it like this. A lot of my deeper stuff is always on my other channels, either in my on-demand videos, on my Connect Pile site, something. And even then, you just got to catch me right to even say it. And I've actually kind of put it out there anyway, but a lot of times stuff goes over people's heads. But anyway, even without that, these guys are good. These are the type of guys that a woman's brothers would say, hold up, how come you go with that guy? You're a good guy. Like, these are the type of guys that a woman's father be proud to give his daughter away into for marriage. But, and the mothers be wishing shit. They wish there was more guys like this in the neighborhood. But a lot of women don't want to deal with it. Right? Till it's too late. Until it's too late. It is a jacked up position because when, like I said, I was talking about like these fake me out nice guys out there. When they fuck up, you don't even give a fuck. You be like, man, you're a fake ass motherfucker anyway. Like Romeo see them. Like anybody with any street smart see these fake motherfuckers. But then you also know a motherfucker on some real shit. Right? It's like, damn, this dude on some real shit. Why women tripping? Be complaining with. In fact, the do-right men, they be having the stuff that women would try to take a bad boy and turn him into. They would try to turn a bad boy into something. Like, well, wait a minute, wouldn't it have been logical? Well, we know about women and logic, but wouldn't it have been logical? Let's just go with the statement. Wouldn't it have been logical just to grab a guy who had those traits already? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah. And that's one of the things, like on my woman's channel, one of my main things on there is to get the women, open the women's eyes. Just open the eyes. You can't really tell women anything, but open the women's eyes to the do-right men. I've called them solid men on my woman's channel. Because they out there. The guys are out there. Like I said, these guys ain't no dusty dudes. I mean, they ain't no like Mr. Goodbar and shit, but that's a whole other story right there with Mr. Goodbar. But these are like some solid guys. Make good fathers, make good husbands, do what they supposed to do. Will even lay out a body for a woman if they have to. I mean, seriously, I'm like, well, shit, you sit back. Like, if I had a daughter, one, I'd be a strict ass motherfucker with a daughter. But if I had a daughter, right, and, she a teenager, I'd be like, if that dude ain't a do-right, man, don't even bring him up in here. And don't sneak around, because I already know the game. Because I used to be that bad boy. So I already know how you can get past it. So I already know where to look. So, seriously. I mean, these guys are so good. Even a dog, even a player, even the bad boys will look at him and say, they'll look at the women like, damn, you ain't fucking with that motherfucker? What the fuck wrong with you? Bad boys see that shit. But yeah, that's an interesting dynamic out here. That's an interesting dynamic. I was thinking about it. It's fucked up. Now, let me be clear when I say that. Everybody ain't that. A lot of guys who having trouble with women really ain't no damn do-right, man. So let me just be 1,000% clear on that part. Some guy, yeah, I'm a do-right. No, you're not. Probably not. When I say do-right, man, let me just be abundantly clear. I spoke on it earlier. Let me be clear before I sign off. I mean, you talking to a guy, he keep himself in shape, good grooming, so you can't call him dusty. He keep a job, probably got some property, got some ambition, got all that shit women say they want. Even look decent. He probably make a decent father. The babies ain't gonna be bone ugly or something, but a lot of women can't even fuck with them. And like I said, part of it ain't, and part of it is on the women. A lot of women, there's certain guys, they don't know what to do with them. So they avoid them. They'll fuck with some like knucklehead is something because they know how to fuck with them. Seriously. And that part's on the women, but on my women's channel, I'm working with the women that like to address those things. But anyway, I just had to share that. I was thinking about that. Because seriously, every now and then I'll be like, I might get some consultation clients and stuff, right? And they be like, well, damn, hold up, you got a house? You got all this? You doing this? You working on this? Shit. You got all this shit? What the fuck? But it's not always on the men, because I know sometimes, even myself will say, hey, go out there. But part of it's on what the women actually want. And it is that one little tiny thing. And just to be clear, I might do an on-demand video about that at some point. I think I will. Just really get into it. But, and just as an aside, reason why I don't say it publicly, it's too many people who steal shit. And they'll talk about it, and all of a sudden I'll look up and some shit I introduce, somebody be acting like that's their main thing. And I'll be like, man, fuck that. And I put it like this. I'm almost to the point. Well, I'm pretty much at the point. There's some stuff I can come out with, but that y'all had that shit trademarked now. That's how deep it is. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'll talk to y'all. Peace.